Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Shaner123, and welcome back to yet another Geek Essentials video. Now, first, I'd like to apologize for my absence for the past 4 or 5 days. I've been really sick. You can probably still hear it in my voice. It's still kind of hard to talk, a really bad sore throat. So, anyways, I know you haven't seen a wrestling video from Geek Essentials since, I think, about the Royal Rumble. And, it's not that those are going away, but they will be, it's kind of slimmed down. And that's because so much happens in the wrestling world that, especially if you're not just covering WWE, if you're covering wrestling across the globe, like New Japan, and then there's, TNA and ROH, and it can get kind of hectic. So rather than talk about every event that goes on, I think I'm just going to stick to the bigger ones like the pay-per-views and things like what I'm about to talk now. I'm not going to critique everything that goes on in the wrestling world because there's simply not enough time in the day. If I were to do that, this would just be a wrestling channel, and it's not. This channel covers a lot. So anyways, what I want to cover just briefly, a lot of people could go on about this forever, is Daniel Bryan's retirement. If you follow him on Twitter, he announced it yesterday morning that, and he said that he would further elaborate on Raw. And that he did. The show ran probably about 20 or 25 minutes over what it was supposed to. So that cost them some money. And then they continued it after it went off of the USA Network on the WWE Network. The entire show on Monday Night Raw, they celebrated his career, which was a great thing to see. It's very hard to see someone like Daniel Bryan so young and to seem like he's got so much gas left in the tank, hang up the towel. It was very hard to watch. I've been a wrestling fan since I was a kid. Daniel Bryan has come into the WWE universe about maybe 6 or 7 years ago, I want to say. But he's been doing this. If you've been a fan of wrestling across the world, he's been doing this for quite some time, about 15, 16 years. So if you watch wrestling from across the globe and all the other promotions, Daniel Bryan is no stranger to you. This guy can go. He's had matches that will remain people's favorite moments for quite some time, if not for the rest of the time they're a wrestling fan. So it's really a shame to see him go. He did, however, touch on the fact that, due to his wrestling style, he's had several concussions. Very early on in his career, he kind of, a lot of people call it your concussion cherry. He popped that concussion cherry very early on in his career. And, I don't know, I hate to kind of put it to a joke, but they're like Pringles. Once you pop, you just can't stop, So concussions, any athlete or anyone that follows athletics will tell you that, once you get one, they're a lot easier to obtain after that. So having, MRIs and scans of his brain revealed that, things just aren't where he wants them to be or not okay enough to continue wrestling. So all the things, where he was demanding to be released and there was rumors about him going to another promotion because WWE knew, hey, something's wrong. We're not going to release you to compete in our ring. Seems kind of silly now. There was a lot of people that were upset about it and didn't know whether or not, okay, is WWE just, like, excuse my language, fucking with this guy? Or, is there actually something wrong? If you watch the special on the WWE Network when Raw went off the air, I'm not sure if it's still up there, but there's videos all over the web. You see basically the entire locker room come out and cheer him on and do his yes chant. He gives Vince McMahon a hug and then kind of just goes back to the locker room, which I found kind of weird. It's like there was some tension or animosity between him and some other talent. But that's neither here or there. It's just an observation. But people like Triple H, the COO and champion right now, went on to, if you guys were watching wrestling a couple years ago around WrestleMania 30, you saw Triple H and Stephanie McMahon refer to Daniel Bryan as a B-plus player, and that's all he would ever be. It was part of the angle that they were working, so to speak. Triple H has come out and said Daniel Bryan is an A-plus player, which apparently has meant a lot to Daniel Bryan. You know, he caught so much flack, you know, a couple years ago with the angle that they were working. I can see why that would really bring his spirits up. But on the subject of his retirement, like I said, that was hard to watch. It's always hard to watch when one of these wrestlers kind of hangs up their boots live on TV, or, you know, even through an open letter on social media or anything, because you know they do this not for, at least most of them, the good ones anyways, do this not for a paycheck, but they do it because they love it. It's their dream, it's their passion, and that's all they do is eat, sleep, and breathe wrestling. And most of these guys, it's the WWE. That's all they do. And to see them just, like I said, just have to walk away from it when it's not their time and they're not, you know, in any way, shape, or form wanting to do it, but they have to for their health. It is very hard to watch, and I don't have any, I just really don't know the words right now, but I couldn't fathom what it's like to have to walk away from what you love like that after you've made it to the top. But anyways, guys, leave your thoughts down in the comment section. What did you think of his retirement? What do you think that now it's happened? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Excuse me. I'm Shaner123 with Geek Essentials, and I'll catch you in the next one.